at 1:10 p.m. This is Heather Carzales, City of Port Orange.
Assistant Chief Bill Proctor.
Carly Meek, Assistant City Attorney.
Kurt Sayuth, Treasurer.
Jared Alvasados, Acting President IUPA.
Jared Wilson, Attorney for IUPA.
And we've got Warren Carmen and Jeremy Bird joining us via Zoom. So we've got the Zoom link up and going. We met last week and discussed some options for proposals. We had shade last night. So the union had presented two options to go along with the year one. And it was either a 6% increase to the steps and $350 a year for every year of service, or 5% increase to steps with $500 a year for every year of service for the lump sums. In addition, if you recall a few meetings back, the city had also proposed a couple of additional holidays, so I didn't want that to fall off. So what I have for you today is I do have a Article 16 holidays article, which adds 2 additional holidays to make it a total of 10 holidays, adding Good Friday and Veterans Day, still keeping the same, birthday holiday and 3 floating holidays. It's just no longer in lieu of Good Friday anymore. We'll just call it 3 floating holidays. Take one down. If I get enough for everybody.
Yeah.
And I do have a wages article, which has the step plan for year one as previously discussed. I know we've got the anomalies with sergeant steps 8 through 10, with $500 per year of service for year one. In addition, what I have for you was a 5% increase to the steps and $500 per year of service for year two.
Okay. So they went with option 1.
I think it was option 2.
Two, yeah. So
5%
5%,
and 500.
and there's no tapering, it's down the line.
Correct.
Okay.
That's the intent. Please
Sure.
check my math, but I added, so for
Sorry.
example, if year one, the starting rate for police officers is $21, I get 5% on that to be $22.05.
Okay.
And so then I took year two, 21.30, or year step one, which is 21.32, 5% makes it 22.39. That's my intent, but we all know I'm not great at math, so if I've made a mistake, please let me know. Except for sergeant step 8 and 9, it's not a full 5%. They just get 1.5% from step 7. So they fall in line with the 1.5% between steps.
And we're doing that because of the
Because they
adjustment
get
on the first year.
5% year one.
Okay.
Correct.
You do it. Okay, you're doing it.
Yeah.
So throw a couple quick maths just to make sure.
Spot check me.
I want to say real quick that I do appreciate you, meeting so quickly and getting the options to the council, and I very much appreciate it. And the feedback I received from these 2 options was a lot more positive.
My hope is that if we can tentatively agree to these 2 articles today, I'll get you clean copies hopefully by tomorrow, if you could take it for a vote in the next few days. The soonest I can get this to council then would be November 16th. That would be my goal.
Heather, the math isn't adding up from, if I'm multiplying year 16, 2685 times 5%, it's not even 2798. So I was just wondering, that's just one, I didn't do one more.
When I plugged these into a spreadsheet, and I know we went back and forth with the rates from year one because it was like a decrease for some people, so.
I'm just going by what you provided us. So 2685 times 5% should be $1.34 and change. $1.34 plus 2685 is 2819. We have it as 2798.
Let me pull up my spreadsheet again. Guys, I'm gonna take you off camera for a second here.
Yeah,
So you want to look at me.
even when I did the beginning pay of 21, you said something a moment ago about 2205.
Should be 5%.
Is that
That should have taken a 5% addition.
1.05?
So 21,
That comes, so year one should be 2205.
Right. Which
Right,
is on the second page.
in year
Oh,
two.
Oh,
In year two.
okay, I'm sorry. Gotcha. So we're in year one, okay. But you asked Ted about
The year 16 for officers?
16. Okay.
And again, because I think we finagled some of those rates
Okay.
at the upper end. I may have been using an older spreadsheet, so let me pull up my spreadsheet. We can,
27.
again,
Yeah, I
I
just.
made my intent clear. If I have to
Okay.
pick these numbers.
Yes,
we'll
I
do
just
that.
want, I want to make sure because I don't
Yep.
want any, I promised everyone, I promised
Yep.
Barney it, that was gonna be
Year-
down the line
year 15
of
is not there.
5%.
I'm on
or
spreadsheet
6%.
version 128 at this point, so
Yeah.
it's certainly possible. You know,
Okay.
Yeah,
So I think Ted, when you did
15's not right either.
Yeah, 2756, and step 15 times 1.05.
It's 5%. So
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
2890,
Yes.
2894.
I can start right
give
in.
me just 1 second.
We'll figure it out. What percentage is here.
That would put them above the starting sergeant's by 6 cents. I'll just go through each step.
36, 85, 2819 should be the new. You get
You got right, and,
for the new 16.
oh, if you take year
Um,
16 and year one.
I just started calculating it all.
So I'm saying, you did 16 and you
I
did,
did 16.
and you got 2819.
No, he's right.
That's what Gary's got.
2819. Because I think you take year 16 and year one times 1.05.
Right.
You
And
don't,
you should have your year two.
I was looking at 15 and year two and 1.05, but it's not. It's from step of year one, step to year two, right? That's what we should do the.
Right, so
Yeah.
from the year one side going to the year two,
Year
there
two
should be a
side.
5% increase to all wages. What is
Okay. So 10 is 2437. Times 1.05 is 2559. That's right. Ted, did you get 2765 from year 14? Year two?
For year 15,
15, I did 20.
2764.
Yeah, but I rounded it up, but it's 0.646.
Okay, yeah.
All right,
Right,
so,
Yeah.
so it's just 15 and 16, right? Because I think those were the steps that we slightly adjusted last time from year one. So I'll just correct that real quick.
You're rounding up right up to the
I
third decimal. I
You
guess.
know, this only has, like, I just, you can see.
Okay.
I just did 1.05%.
Yeah.
That's what I dragged down. So I get 2765 and
That's what I got.
2819.
From 2892. Okay, step 14, just to make sure. Like you said, you want to take it to them.
yeah, I just want to make sure
Start
we're all,
saying-
we're all, we're all correct.
2716, 14 is right. The good thing, Heather, that does, yeah, you're right, the sergeant, first step of sergeant pay is about 69 cents higher. So that's 29 or 28.88. I mentioned emailed us one after the meeting.
Yeah, but we're, and then they said they were gonna, the one we had talked about was tentatively agreed that with that error on the 8, 9, and 10 step. Sorry.
Yeah.
So was it just step 16 that should be 2819? All the rest of them
It's-
correct?
Step 15 was, I believe, incorrect.
2765, right?
65, yes.
2765.
And 14 is correct.
14 is 27.
It looks like just 15 and 16 were 5%.
And then 2819 for 16, is that what you got?
Yes.
Heather, just for the sake of the math, so I have it right, on the year 1, the error, when we did that error on the 8, 9, and 10 level sergeant, what was it?
5%. So all the steps should be 1.5% in between each step. And then my spreadsheet, I had 1.5%. So the gap between Sergeant 7 and Sergeant 8 in year 1 is 5%, not 1.5%. So in year 2, all I did was take whatever step 7 ended up being and added 1.15% to it because that's the grouping between steps. So that's why the increase. So Sergeant year 1 is step 8, 3205. Year 2 is only 3253. So they only get 50 cents year 2, but they get the bigger jump year 1.
Okay, just because, if you could check the math, because I have someone saying that the math on that seems to be less than 5%.
Gotta make sure, yeah,
Because I don't have the other one, the old one in front of me.
52 times 1.05. If I take 30.52, which is what step 7 is, times 5%, I get 3205.
Can you do the year 10 one?
Yeah, I'm getting
It's
34,
getting a
67.
So it's only
4.5%.
between 7 and 8, right? So then there's 1.5 between 8, 9, and 10, but 9 and 10 compound off of 8. So step
Okay.
10 is not 5% more. Step 10 is 1.5% more than step 9, and step 9 is 1.5% more than step 8, but step 8 is 5% more than step 7.
Yeah.
So if you remember when I sent you like the updated and the corrected, you could see 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. And it's only between 7 and 8 is it 5. The other two are still 1.5.
So the year 10 sergeant is gonna be 3351 from what I see here.
Correct, in year 2. So
So
it was
year-
33.02 year 1, and then 33.51, so it's only 50 cents year 2.
3351. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted, I'll just check the math and everything. I have no issues like I said, the math's good. We'll get the final copy of it. We've already agreed that was one of the things we were gonna bring to vote and tentatively agree on that 5%, 500. So, I'm planning on getting the vote done as of tomorrow and Friday. That way I can meet everyone. There's a shift change to account for shift change and then motors and CID and I have a couple people that are out on light duty, they'll have to,
As long as
Get
I know by
access to-
Tuesday's my deadline
Oh,
to get
yeah.
it into the system for the agenda item on the 16th. So, doesn't have to be done tomorrow, right? But over the next few days that we can catch everybody,
okay.
so.
Yeah, huge favor, just the math again.
Yeah, if you just want to handwrite, because I didn't
Yeah.
write neatly, if you want to cross through those two steps and write the correct amounts in there, we can sign off in TA,
Okay.
and then I'll make sure they're the correct amounts when I send you the.
So all these up here, I'm gonna go down the line and I should be good with.
Yep, those should be the correct amounts. So step 15 is 2765, and step 16 is 2819. And I think 14
40.
is correct. See
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, so 15 is, 14 is now 26.
14 should have been correct, 2716.
And then 15 is.
2765, and I had just transposed the 5 and the 6, and so
Yeah.
then my formula didn't work in step 16.
15, and then 16 is 28.
Yep, 16 is 2819.
And 16. Year 10, sorry. 3251, okay. Year 9. 32, okay. Okay, so just 15 and 16 need to be changed, they're changed.
Yeah, like I said, I think on 15, I transposed the 56 and made it instead of 65, which affected my formula, which calculated step 16. So that's why that was wrong. Again, numbers is not my strong suit, I will tell you that.
We could probably sign up on one just initially.
All right.
So you cross through and write the correct amounts on there and sign off on that. So again, that's the intent.
And you said that the union meets here in the next week. When will it go for council? Once
November 16th is as soon as I can get it on the council agenda.
You're the spot, you don't need to sign on this one?
Yeah.
Oh, is on this one?
Both of them, right? So both holidays and wages?
Yeah.
Just make
I just
the,
don't see it on this one.
the corrections.
No, I don't see the.
I didn't, you know what? I didn't
Okay.
put the header on wages.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, just so that the copy can
And
write.
you can just.
You put, sign it.
Okay.
Yeah, I went back and tried to add it and then messed up the whole formatting. I said, forget it.
Okay.
That was at like 8:30 last night, so I was done. It's been a busy morning because I got fired immediately after this, so. But they still have like 5 outstanding articles.
November 16th.
Council, I
Just
have-
once a month?
They meet twice a month, but the agenda, so like the November
Oh, sorry,
2nd
Seth.
agenda is gonna go out next week,
Sorry,
so
Seth.
I can't get it through the approval process for that one.
Okay.
Yeah, but they meet the first and third month. Tuesday of every month.
21?
2675. You're on one. So, which one you at?
Hey, this is year 1, right here. If you get 5% for year 2, that's the 5%.
27.
Should be
Should be 2765.
2765, and then 2819.
16. 2670. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
That's fine.
yes, I
And then
have,
16 is 2819.
okay.
Yep.
Yes. Sorry.
You want to get a copy of this so you can take to the meeting?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Or is it easier for her to scan it and you email?
Yeah, I
her?
can scan and email it back to
I
you
can
later this
actually,
afternoon.
let me,
I can
I
get
have a
copies
scanner
then.
on my phone.
Okay,
Let me do that. That way I can have,
Oh, the other right now, I forgot.
Yeah.
The other
Go
right.
over there and see if you get there.
Should be five.
Have you seen it on the Facebook? Yes.
Yeah, thank you all. I'm glad we-
Hopefully it was worth your trip, Gary, so.
Yes. When I felt like it was this close, it seemed like I better do everything I can. I wanted to be here.
Yep.
See this.
It's good to be here for the good stuff in person.
Yeah, well, I'm glad. Thank you, everyone, for your work on this. And that was-
I'm
Anybody
sorry,
on the
I'm sorry
Zoom
Matt
call?
couldn't be here. I'm assuming I made him mad. No.
He's actually at a conference.
Anybody on the call?
Where's Matt?
He's at a conference for
Oh.
actually a legal advisor.
Oh,
So,
well, we can't count the chickens just yet, but I think we feel good that it's gonna probably.
Yeah, it should be, yeah, I had a good response from it, and like I said, I told the bargaining unit the best thing I'm gonna get that sent out, so everyone has time to review it, and then my ideal time is to get tomorrow and Friday,
Okay.
voted on, and that way I can get you that for Saturday over the weekend, so you have it for Monday morning.
Yeah, I'm actually out of the office tomorrow and Friday, so, just email me though, I'll be back in the office on Monday, I'll see it, so, and we'll get it, hopefully voted up and then put it on the council agenda for the
Okay.
16th, so.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and then, hopefully this will be set for, the next couple of years, but I would still like to maybe have some labor management meetings. I talked to Justin, about this several months ago. Have some conversations about police payroll
Right.
and how it's done and kind of codify maybe for the next round of negotiations exactly, this is how we do holidays, this is how we treat holidays, this is how we pay holidays, so there's no confusion. Right, Workday will do whatever we tell it to do, we just don't understand how to do it.
Right.
So I would like to maybe have some working sessions on that, with the right people in the room that really know how your payroll works. And I don't know if that's all just one person, if it's a combination of people, and try to flush through some of those areas. I think we still have some challenges. So, still like to continue to meet maybe on a quarterly basis or something like that, just to touch base and go,
Yeah.
how is everything going? What things can we kind of look ahead and go, okay, we're gonna wanna tweak this, we're gonna wanna improve on that. Can we just have some, labor management meetings to stay in touch? So.
Right, that sounds good, because I know I still want to, we still want to get a date kind of set for the wage pension study thing. Because we have the finances, we still want to be able to do that with the city.
Okay.
So I could have that kind of data. I'm just looking at what kind of time frame would be good, so I'm not doing it too early where the data becomes.
Yeah, you will ask the actuary, but we're actually working on the fiscal year 21 census data now that we send to them to provide you guys your annual member statements. So probably about now would be a good time. They would do it as of, September 30th, so it's fairly recent. I would think. I'm not an actuary, I don't know, but we can certainly ask those questions.
Yeah, I'll email you, kind of a reminder follow-up.
Yeah.
And.
It's been like a week.
Yeah, no, is if you can get that back to me, that way we'll be able to, get the costs and everything.
Yeah, I do know they cost, a few $1,000. I know it takes, a month or something like that, 6 weeks to get those done. I know they're not quick. So I think it is good to get ahead of that, so that we kind of know what we're looking at before we come back to the table again for 2023, so.
Sergeant Carmen should be able to find out.
Yeah.
The actuary,
Yeah.
best time to do it.
Heather, just one housekeeping thing, when this is all done, are you gonna send, I guess you will send a clean version with every article in it?
Yep.
I do have one question on the wage article. You didn't catch it the first time, just on the verbiage where it says 3 floating holidays. And then it's common employee birthday, and then it looks like, it seems like it's missing something. So is the intent they took Veterans Day and Good Friday and made those not floating holidays? and made them-
Correct. But we kept, so you had one floating holiday, one birthday holiday, a floating holiday for Veterans Day, a floating holiday for Good Friday, right? So you got 4, we just dumped them into your annual leave bucket. We made 2 of those actual holidays, but I kept your same 4 floating holidays, your birthday holiday, and now you have 3 floating
So they still
holidays.
have 3.
Correct, plus
Okay.
the birthday holiday.
Okay, I think when put in final clean form, I need to say 3 floating holidays and employee birthday where it's got a comma.
You're right, yeah.
now.
Probably missing the word and.
And that way it'll
Just clears the language.
Yeah, clears it up.
Gotcha.
Um,
So,
So we appreciate the city doing that to it. And I think we gave you a holiday survey, or we have one where it came up in with Volusia County negotiations where it looked like the average was around 11.
Between
or
10 and
12.
11,
Yeah.
something like that. So this is, I think, a good start, right?
Yeah.
Give us something to negotiate next time go
Mhm.
on. Maybe we'll add an 11th one, but I think it's a good start, let's movement in the right direction on that, so.
Okay.
All right,
All right. Thank
we
you.
good?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fingers crossed your vote goes well, so,
And then Jared will email me and you can copy Heather on it with the outcome of the
Yep.
vote.
like I said, the goal is if it gets voted up, we'll take it to council, November 16th. We'll get, everything processed there as quickly thereafter as we can. You know, the effective date will be upon ratification, but, I don't have the pay schedule in front of me. I think the very next pay week is Thanksgiving, and that's the pay week. I don't know I can get everything turned around that quickly once council approves it, but it will all, you know, the wages will be retroactive to the ratification date. And definitely should be able to get you the lump sums before Christmas. So
Okay.
probably the next pay period after that.
And Heather, you said you're gonna get us, you're gonna give us the sheets that we can distribute to all our people.
So be able to roll into your
Streamline.
457, yep,
Get it all done
absolutely.
quick.
That's certainly, I mean, preferable, you guys save taxes, the city saves taxes, but, you know, you can roll it to your 457 and let it get interest and earnings for the next 10 years.
If we can just email that out, that'd be awesome.
Yep.
Just send it out, sure, that one.
Yeah, we'll probably put a date, you know, if you want to have this rolled over, please return to HR by X date on it. Once I kind of know the timing of everything, we'll put that out there. You know, and then they just have to return it to us.
And if the city needs a signed version, whether in Word or PDF from Jared, before November 16th, so if you present it to him as a signed.
Yes,
ratified
once I get it
agreement,
cleaned,
send
probably
to-
sometime next week, I'll just have you stop by and sign it.
Okay.
I'll put it on the agenda, the council agenda sign that way, so. And then the mayor will sign it tonight, hopefully the night of the 16th. And hopefully we'll be good to go.
Okay.
That's it.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate your
Everybody.
time. So,
Thank you, Chief. See you. Thank you, Heather.
all right, thanks, Mary.
See you later.
Glad it,
Do you think you'd like this role?